Okay, we're back. All right. I said this morning, I don't know I don't remember who all was here at the time. You try to do all this preparation and stuff for things like this, and there's always something that you forget to do. And one of those, I don't really have a lobby screen with the extra life stuff. So I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of on the fly stuff here. And what I need to do is let's see. I need to do a couple of things. Well, the first thing I need to do is I need to hide the wheel. And I need to all right, hold on. It's going to take me a minute to fix this. Sure, we've got it stretched out back to the original dimensions because we need to put it there, and I hope it's going to take a little bit of finagling, I think. You know me, it's got to be absolutely perfect. So, all right. And what I probably need to do also, well, we don't need... we'll just leave the we'll just leave what's normally the camera box blank for now, because we got to do the wheel of condiments now. So here's what we got. The wheel came up with mayonnaise, and the wheel came out with Tabasco sauce. So what we're going to do is, I've got this soup spoon essentially. I'm going to try anyway to put an equal amount of both into the spoon. You'll just have to trust me that I'm putting an appropriate amount in it. Yeah, so I gotta smooth it over. It's weird because I didn't have anything to smooth it over with. So I had to there. So that's our mayonnaise. So I got to get that. I've got a saucer down here that I'm... Oh crap, I need a napkin. Be right back. The only thing about this is I don't know how well this is going to mix. So this is actually a brand new bottle of the Tabasco sauce. All right. Oh my God, the things I do to try to get you guys to donate money. It might take a while because the Tabasco sauce is traditionally doesn't come out very much with each shake. And again, you'll have to, it's very, I don't want to get it too close to the edge of the spoon because I don't want it to come out and get all over my mouse pad or my mouse mat. Now is the moment of truth. Is it even going to mix? It is certainly making it runny, that's for sure. And it's obviously pink. pinkish instead of orange. All right, here we go. All right, let's get it. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Well, it's all right. Here we go. Bottoms up. Ooh, boy. That is hot. Oh, man. Woo! I was expecting more of the mayonnaise to take over, but oh man, the Tabasco. Good Lord. Whew. Oh man. I mean, it doesn't taste horrible. It's just hot. Wow. All right. Since 1 tablespoon plus 1 tablespoon equals 2 tablespoons, you mix that together, you're going to get 2. So I'm going to do the other one too. I'm going to do the rest of it. Wow. Some of those, boogers being boozled sound really good right now. Wow. And I can't even imagine. Sten, you guys remember Sten had for his birthday last year, Sten did the chip challenge. If you remember that. I forget, I think it was a ghost. Was it a ghost reaper? I forget the chip. It was either a ghost or a reaper pepper. It's essentially a Dorito. And damn near killed him. And also he just had his birthday the other day too. So if we see him today, make sure that we wish him a happy birthday. Yeah, the ice. And actually, I do have a soft side cooler here on the floor with some drinks in it and ice as well. If it gets to be bad enough, I might have to grab a piece of that ice. Woo! My goodness. That was hot. Okay, is Greeny still here? Greeny, speak up if you're still here. Because he did I had completely forgotten that the definition of how many things for your incentives, you can set how many redemptions of them you want to do. But it takes, I guess you can still do a $20 donation if somebody wanted to. But he wanted to defer. If you do the $20 donation, you get I will give you a tier 3 sub for a month. But he wanted to pass it on, but because he took the $20 donation that's associated with it, it's no longer listed as an option. I wonder if I could put it back. Let me see if I can do that real quick, and then we'll go save the Primark. Whew. Man. Settings. I would assume that I can add it back. Okay, I think looks like all I had to do, yeah, all I had to do is just change it from 1 to 2, just add one more to it. Now it's listed back. So if somebody wanted to do that, they could. Okay, are we ready? Let's do this. Hit that one already. Money, money, money. Thank you, C-Star. Thank you for reminding me about that, and thank you for the donation as well. Thanks, everybody. Yes, thanks everybody for your donations, and frankly, just for being here. It means a lot, and it is very much appreciated. We have to go over here, right? We gotta go up the ladder. No. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's the shuriken. Yeah. It's probably why it's here, because of what we're getting ready to fight. Where am I going? I thought it was over here by the... Oh, wait a minute. This is the part where we gotta fight the Marauders, right? The Turians. Turians that have been Reaper-fied.
Jay, is that you breathing so hard?
Atmosphere's a little thinner than I'm used to is all.
No, I still have it.
Adrenaline's better than oxygen any day. Just me? Or do those Reapers look like Turians?
They are Turians.
They do.
Come at me, bro. It's not gonna do any good against shields.
I think we're done here.
Whew. And the aftertaste too. I don't know that I've ever put that much Tabasco sauce in my mouth at once, ever. I guess we should probably give Mr. Vicarian his points, right? Did we do that? No, we didn't. For piercing. Especially since we've got the brute coming up. Give him 3 on everything for now. Excuse me, concussive shot. Garrus being Garrus. Give him some extra health. Go. Concussive shot and some armor piercing ammo. Percent. That should be good enough. All right, now that's.
You bet.
You bet.
Shepard, come in.
Go ahead.
Still trying to raise the Primarch, but we've got trouble back here at the main barricade. If the Reapers breach it, we're done.
On my way.
Picking them off. Maybe I can do 3 at a time.
Thank you. It broke. Of course, now the question is, where is it going to put us? I'm assuming probably after we cleared that area out. Yep. Good. Good spot for a checkpoint. Damn.
Picking them off. They're on me. I can do 3 at a time.
Whoopie fucking dude.
Dippy, what's up, dude? Happy Saturday, man. You know what? Screw this. Thank you, James.
Okay, come on. Who's next? They're on the barricade. Heads up! Here comes another
What?
Fish in a barrel. They're on top of us.
Come on, where's the big boy? Give me the big boy. There he is. What up, dude?
Holy hell! What is that thing? Brace yourself!
Bye-bye. Oh, you had one left.
Shepard, Corinth is here.
What's the word on the Primarch?
Still can't get a stable comm link.
Okay.
How's
going
your
on.
Saturday, Tippy? How's it
Shepard out.
going?
Garrus, take me to the last place you saw Victus.
Level 34 hype.
How far?
Should be pretty quick, unless we find trouble.
Slip sliding away.
Damn it. Look at Palaven. That blaze of orange. The big one. That's where I was born. That's rough.
The big one right there.
Family there? My dad. A sister. How bad is it? 3 million lost the first day. 5 the second.
How's your military holding up?
Look around. That should give you some idea.
You're putting up a good fight.
For now. But how long does it take before the fight's kicked out of you? If they'd only listened to your warnings about the Reapers, we might have been ready. Maybe. Hard to figure how you prepare for something like this.
Oh.
Got more back here. Shit, I hate those things. And New York is crawling with the creepy bastards? I never should have left Earth. It's gonna be bad all over.
What's
Leaving
the
a fight just pisses me off. But you're
Keep-
here asking Victus to do the same thing. Leave the fight to make nice in some boardroom.
This summit is the only chance we've got. None of us is beating the Reapers alone.
Speaking of weather and cold and all that, I keep forgetting to post in my Discord.
You okay?
Yes, sir. We'll make it.
Have you seen General Victus?
Half hour ago. Headed south.
Okay, good luck.
For people to send in if they, take some picture of some snowfall and stuff
50, 75.
for the normal break screens.
Sounds right.
Hard to see a beautiful ship like that go down.
Not to mention the men serving on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should go.
They said the Primarch was headed south.
Oh man, it up. Shit. +3 Celsius. Yeah, that's cold for sure. What is it here right now? It's 55 right now, whatever that equates to in Celsius.
That was a little closer than I'd like.
I'll say. So, Loco, you really think this summit will work? I mean, Asari? Solarians? Where's the Krogan and Batarians? Where's the meat?
It's not that easy.
The Batarians took the first hit when the Reapers arrived. Not much left of them. And the Krogan have never forgiven us for the genophage.
Right. Turians sterilized them.
Solarians came up with it.
And the Krogan hate them both for it.
So they won't be joining us.
Too bad. I fought with a Krogan. They're tough sons of bitches.
Yeah, ours is ours is only supposed to go down to 40, like low 40s in Celsius or Fahrenheit. So we're definitely not in the cold month yet. That'll be like next month in January. I don't know that there's been any
That sounds bad!
Okay, double time. No Reapers taking this
snow
Primarch
forecasted for this winter.
Right behind you!
Right behind you so that when we turn around to run away, I'll be in the front. Oops. Do we need to get Garrison's overload? Must not have been able to hit him.
Move into the cup. Pow.
Move! Wait.
Right behind you!
Did he say move it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move
Yes.
it, move it. You like to move it.
I don't know if Shockwave will do anything to that or not.
Roger that.
Yeah, we'll have another one of the big guys here in a second. Two. Maybe two more. I don't remember. No, there's... There it is. What up, dude?
Been a brutal fight for these guys.
But the tide's turning.
Barrier shield power. It's not good.
Turn up the heat.
So that's the church. No! Not what I wanted. But wait, there's more? Nice. Nicely done, James. Alright, so there. I don't remember if there's anything you can grab at either of these before you get over there. Oh.
General Victus,
Yes?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Normandy.
Commander, I know who you are. I can't wait to find out what brings you out here. Vicarian, where did you go?
Heavy Reaper unit on the right flank. I believe your exact words were, "Get that thing the hell off my men."
Appreciated.
General, you're needed off planet. I've come to get you.
It will take something beyond important for me to leave my men or my Turian brothers and sisters in their fight.
Fedorian was killed. You're the new Primarch.
You're needed immediately to chair a summit and represent your people in the fight against the Reapers.
That'll change your day, huh?
I'm Primarch of Palaven, negotiating for the Turian hierarchy.
Yes.
I've spent my whole life in the military. I'm no diplomat. I hate diplomats.
He's perfect.
What makes you think you're not qualified?
I'm not really a by-the-book kind of guy, and I piss people off. My family's been military since the Unification War. War is my life. It's in my bones. But that kind of passion is deceptive. Can make you seem reckless when you're anything but.
War is your resume. At a time like this, we need leaders who've been through that hell.
I like that. You're right.
And honestly, uniting these races may take as much strength as facing the Reapers. See this devastation, Primarch? Double that for Earth. I need an alliance. I need the Turian fleet.
Give me a moment to say goodbye to my men.
Without him down here, there's a good chance we lose this move.
Without him up there's a good chance we lose everything.
Look at that. And they want my opinion on how to stop it? Failed CSEC officer, vigilante, and I'm their expert advisor? Think you can win this thing, Shepard?
Yeah, I don't know, Garrus. But I'm sure as hell gonna give it my best shot.
I'm damn sure nobody else can do it. For whatever it's worth, I'm with you.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready, Primarch Victus?
One thing. Commander, I appreciate your need for our fleets, but I can't spare them, not while my world is burning. But if the pressure could be taken off Palaven...
That's a pretty tall order.
We need the Krogan. I can't see us winning this thing without them. Get them to help us, and then we can help you.
The Krogan.
Looks like your summit just got a lot more interesting.
To say the least. It's like, oh.
I apologize for being so frank, Commander, but your plan feels doomed to failure. We know. We've been there before.
But Madam Counselor, let me...
I'm not the only one that feels this way. The Solarian Dalatras is livid.
Some of these issues are hundreds of years old. Time to let go.
Perhaps. Still, we can't help but feel that this summit is a waste of your time, and we can't afford to have it waste ours. We must focus our attention on the arrival of the Reapers. So no, the Asari will not be at your summit.
Our alliance would be stronger with the Krogan. You need them. We all do.
Good luck, Commander, and goodbye.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Hold on just a second. I gotta do something quick here. More credits. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Do get a button for that. Okay.
Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Artura's station before we knew what was happening. From there, it was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Sending us to the Mars Archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered, but the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
It's an advantage, but can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. To battle against Sovereign 3 years ago took everything we had, and that was just one Reaper.
I haven't forgotten.
So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier, ship, and bullet we've got.
There it is. There's the fist.
How long can we
Misbehave.
keep that up?
As long as it takes. The reality
Right,
is,
another
Shepard,
version of it, I
doing
guess.
is a delaying action for you. I'm buying us time, keeping us in the game while you gather what we need for this Prothean device. So keep at it.
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The hour appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky? Building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Any updates on Cerberus?
They're still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the Elusive Man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side, now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The Elusive Man talked about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the Elusive Man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Okay, where are we at now? Not much farther. 79th Flotilla. Talk to Victus.
Commander, thank you for allowing me the use of your ship, and for going along with this plan. Garrus said he had to attend to the Normandy's weapons systems. Something about
Yeah,
calibrations.
he does that.
Sounds like Garrus. I'm sorry to say the Asari Counselor won't be joining us. She thinks there's too much bad blood with the Krogan.
She may be right, but there'll be a lot more blood. Real blood, if we don't try.
When you put it that way.
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we'll know. Is there something else I can help you with?
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
Give me the Krogan.
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined. The battle of all time is happening on Palaven, and I'm light years away, reading casualty reports in the millions. If I'm going to die, I want to be with my men, so there's no doubt we fought to the last soul.
I understand. Leaving Earth to save it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I'm not surprised. Garrus speaks highly of you. You never asked to be a leader, yet your people will die if you refuse. We find ourselves in similar circumstances. Let's hope the spirits grant us the strength to see it through.
How are things on Palaven?
The casualty reports are staggering. The Reapers are using our own tactics against us. Destroy the enemy with overwhelming force.
I've seen the same on Earth.
The strategist in me admires their brutality. The Turian in me knows I'm watching the destruction of 15,000 years of civilization. My civilization.
Thank you, Primarch. My thoughts are with Palaven.
And mine with
Indeed. Okay. Uh-oh.
Commander, EDI just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know. She's not responding, and I can't access the AI core diagnostics.
Uh-oh.
You
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
See if you can get to EDI.
We need Austin Powers, man. Where is he?
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire, or something.
I'm going in. EDI, talk to me.
It was great. They need like DLC
Is there a
that
particular
can.
topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
It's like
EDI?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
yes.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap.
Hello,
a backup
hello.
power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
EDI, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can. Then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
Yes, he will.
On that, we can agree.
Woo! See, I don't know the.
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Joker is going to have a field day with this. How are you, Commander?
All right, let's go talk to Garrus.
Two of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Erdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this
No
war.
doubt, Feldar.
I'm
No
sure
doubt.
it will, sir.
Garrus, didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack.
No.
Somehow I'm still alive.
I still
He's
think
not.
that wasn't
Being
really
right
there.
about the Reapers has never felt much like a
It's
victory.
the PTSD talking.
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
I mean, the detail on Garrus's visor.
Days, is it? Rogue Spectre and CSEC agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
Oh, that guy.
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
Well, the reason that I think that the kid is essentially in his head is mostly because of the scene at the beginning of the game when you're in Vancouver on Earth, and all the times that you see the kid, the only person that interacts with him is Shepard. I mean, it's a little different with the vent because, yeah, Anderson was there too, but I think Anderson wasn't right there. But later on, you know, when they do the whole, you know, I don't report to you anymore, you know, consider yourself reinstated, Commander. And then you see the two shuttles that get shot down by the Reaper right before they leave. But right before that, you see the kid there. First, he's standing around between the shuttles, and then he gets on one of the shuttles. And all of that time, nobody is helping the kid. Nobody is interacting with the kid at all. They're not trying to get him onto the shuttle. They're not trying to grab him, say, kid, you know, get in here so we can leave. Nobody's doing any of that. It's like he's not even there. So that's why I think the kid is just a figment of his imagination, or PTSD, or whatever you want to call it. Not really there, essentially.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
Did we already do the first one? I think we did.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Have a good lurk.
I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally
Oh, that's
agreed.
fine. Have a good lunch.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray
Yeah,
an ally.
I talked about that earlier.
Not his style. Then if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight.
Damn straight.
Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
I don't think we found anything.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Yep. Notice the ship spinning on the monitors in front of her. It's the Shadow Broker base.
Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You brought your little helper
They
with
could
you?
have fixed
Its name is Glyph. It helps sort through all the data
shots
that
of
led
her
me to
with
the archive
all
on
the
Mars.
blue light covering
It
her
was a
face,
pleasure to be
essentially.
of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's
Beneagle, I hope I
specialized
pronounced that
hardware into
correctly.
shuttle
Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How's it going? Happy Saturday. I hope I pronounced that right. Please let me know if I did not. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the igloo. Hello. How's it going? Welcome to the igloo. I am the Iceman Cometh. Welcome. We are playing Mass Effect 3 today as part of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We're also doing an extra live stream, as you can see.
I gotta follow.
Hideaway
Mom,
Games.
get
Thank
the camera.
you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. We stream 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, yeah. We're doing, oh God, I don't even know how many. This is like the 6th or 7th time I've played 3.
I gotta follow. Mom,
Beneagle,
get the camera.
Is it Peneagle? Is that correctly? Is that pronounced correctly? But yeah, long time Mass Effect fan. Penny, okay, that'll work. Thank you, Penny. But yeah, played through the original trilogy probably about seven times each, something like that. Andromeda 4 times, something like that, maybe 5. My favorite IP, favorite games. So Mass Effect 2 is number 1 ever for me. But yeah, for the rest of the spiel, we're a variety streamer here. We typically play games, story games for the story, from start to finish. And then we move on to the next one. The only exception to that is our Monday streams, which we call Mix It Up Monday. That is where we will generally play something different for the day, and then we'll go back to whatever it is that we're playing on Tuesday. So we are planning to do a
I gotta follow,
stream.
I gotta follow.
Nits
Mom,
and
get
crits.
the camera!
Thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. You know what? I think you might actually be the devil. Oh, I like Andromeda too. It's not as bad as people say it is. I think you're number 666. Nits and crits. At least the last time that I looked. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're doing a stream tomorrow. We normally don't stream on Sundays. That's normally a day off. We'll probably do, I don't know, 2 maybe 3 hours sometime tomorrow for N7 day. So we do that every year as well. So we've got that to look forward to. And we just started this playthrough this morning at 8 o'clock. So what, 5.5 hours or so. Got a couple more left. But yeah, Andromeda is not bad. It may not be the best Mass Effect game, depending on how you look at it, but it's not a bad game at all. I mean, I wouldn't have played it 4 or 5 times, however many times I played it, if I didn't enjoy it. People that frequent my channel know I will stop playing something if I'm not enjoying it. So.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without?
But anyway, how was your stream?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
Well, maybe that's not the right way to put it, Baldahar. I mean, if you're used to 9.5s on a scale of 10 and you get an 8, that doesn't mean the 8 sucks, right? And that's what I'm saying. You know, if you're used to the original trilogy and all those scores generally are in the mid 9s out of 10, and you get Andromeda, which I consider Andromeda an 8 myself, that does not mean that Andromeda sucks at all. Exactly. Even the worst Mass Effect game is still a good game. Exactly.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
As far as I'm concerned, you guys may feel completely different. You're welcome to your own opinions. As far as movement and combat, Andromeda has the best of those of all of the games. I mean, the combat in Andromeda is so much fun, and it is so good. It's just, you know, a little bit lacking in some of the other areas. Character development, maybe. The story, not quite as strong. You know, stuff like that. Combat in Andromeda was absolutely fantastic. Loved it. Still do.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Liara can cook your grits. Like I said, man, that outfit right there. That's a great outfit. My second favorite outfit.
The private messages
Any outfit in any of the games. Of course, people that know me know that Kasumi's loyalty outfit in Mass Effect 2, the red one, is #1 for me. Love that outfit. Love it. This is Thane's old room. Oh, another bottle. Grab it. Got a wall. We haven't lost anybody. Is there a model in here? I don't remember. No. Okay. Did we talk to Joker since we came back? Oh, we haven't gone up there yet. We'll save him for last since we got to go up there anyway to leave. Get anybody else? We already got Captain Awesome, so we don't have to worry about finding him.
Commander.
Does have anything? Nope. Okay. I think that's it. Shuttle bay and talk to Esteban. Let's see, still nothing here from the dog.
What the hell's up with Edie?
She's found a new home, I guess.
A super hot, sexy home. You take her on a mission, I'm gonna be just a little bit distracted.
James.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. Go to his head.
I like Steve. I like both of them, actually.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yeah. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out.
Foobar!
You want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Oh, Steve. Oh, he's over here this time. He'll be in one of three places. He'll be there at the bench, he'll be there at the terminal, or he'll be working on the shuttle.
The munitions you carry into the field deserve at least a triple check. Shuttle's primed for the next drop. Shuttle's primed for the next drop.
Thank you. Let's see, I guess, do we need to go back to the, do we need to go back to the Citadel?
Commander, I found something suspicious.
Uh-oh.
Have you got a minute?
Sure. We gotta talk to Joker, too.
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
EDI is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I do not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a
Oh, and
hard
speaking of
restart
Andromeda, by the way.
half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help.
The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
We got to do this real soon.
Close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project helps gifted young biotics. If it had been open 20 years ago, I bet you'd have been there.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had EDI perform an analysis. It's fake. EDI thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
This is one of the...
Good catch.
If this really
is a time-sensitive
Cerberus,
mission.
hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
I don't know what the mission count is, but if you don't go do this, after a certain number of missions, essentially Jack gets taken and gets turned. Put it that way.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot.
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that EDI was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would've baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, EDI. Yes, you are.
What's going on with Twitch? You're very welcome. You know, I have 3 kids myself. They're not exactly. I'm right here, you know. I have 3 kids. They're all in their 20s, and fortunately for me, you know, they're all healthy and they have been since birth. So I've been fortunate in that regard, but you know, there ain't much better for those of you that have kids, and I know some of the people here do. There ain't much better in life than having children, and having that unconditional love from them going both ways. And you know, whenever you hear stories about, you know, kids, and people in the channel are probably tired of hearing me say this phrase over the last week or so, but you know, having kids, especially the young kids, and some of them may not even necessarily know what's going on, having them deal with things that kids shouldn't have to deal with, you know, like surgeries and you know, neonatal care and cancer treatments and stuff like that. I mean, you know, how can you not help? You know, how can you not help? So that's why I do it.
Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry,
But you're welcome.
back. There's a whole lot of crap out there.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Shepard.
Hello.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions. If I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
Adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
Such a pig.
I'll be over here.
Just flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Okay. Alright, let's see. We exhausted all of our options with these two. Uh-oh. More?
Yes, Shepard?
Ah, here we go.
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. Its optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting.
What?
That was a joke.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints force me to give accurate data.
That's another movement that the characters do a lot as well.
I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Carry on, EDI.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Noted.
Commander?
Oh, interesting. You don't live in the States anymore? Where did you move to, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, let's see. Is that it? Let's check the
Commander.
terminal.
We have a message from Lieutenant Commander Williams. She must be feeling better.
Okay. Oh, nice. France. Meet me in purgatory. Oh, it's Arya. What's the #1 rule in Omega? Arya Talok, I have a proposition for you, Shepard. You don't want to pass it up. I'm in a nightclub on the Citadel called Purgatory. Don't make me wait too long. Ashley Williams, Commander. I don't know how to say this. Udina wants me to be a Spectre. Crazy, I know. I'm not a big fan of Udina, who is, but he can make the Spectre thing happen. He's pressing me for an answer, but I don't know what to tell him. I'm too sore to get out of bed, and this thing dropped on me. This gets dropped on me. I told him I'd think about it. If you find yourself near the Citadel, drop by the hospital. I'm getting a little stir crazy here. Oh, requested sender blocked. My name is John Dumbao. I'm with Special Tactics and Recon. While some still have concerns about your past activities with Cerberus, many of us in ST&R took your warnings about the Reapers seriously. I'm reaching out to you because I have information that could tie agents with significant power to the Reapers. If you have time, meet me in the Citadel Embassy. I'd appreciate your discreet assistance. John Dumbao, STG, ST&R. Is this address valid? Shepard, I've called and I've sent messages but gotten no response. With Earth's comm system out, I don't expect this will get through either, but I heard a rumor the Normandy docked here at the Citadel. Are you alive? I'm at Huerta Memorial Hospital under the name Tanner Noira. Please excuse the moniker and this email's encryption. In my line of work, it is unwise to advertise my location, particularly when I'm not in good health. We should meet before circumstances force us apart again. Thane. Urgent message from Admiral Hackett. Commander, there's an Alliance researcher working on the Citadel named Dr. Garrett Bryson. I need you to meet with him right away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. I'm officially directing you to support his efforts at the first possible opportunity. Please visit Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel at once. Yes, Thane is alive. Arya Talok again. Shepard, I have something important to discuss with you. It's sensitive, so we'll need privacy. I'll arrange for that soon. In the meantime, come see me in the Citadel in the aptly named Purgatory. I have a few ideas for your war. Yeah, so that's the kickoff of... Let's see, one of these is for the three Merc groups, and one of them is for the DLC. Okay, all right, let's see. We're gonna go... Let's grab a save. We should be all right to do Grissom Academy now. We don't have the squad thingy here. So who do we have? We have Liara, Garrus, James, EDI. We've got EDI now. So we've got what, 5? Five. We can do that. Rescue the students. Somebody go tell Rage Mage we're getting ready to do Grissom Academy. He has a thing for Jack. All right, Elysium. All right, let's do this. We got break in about 10 minutes, so we won't be able to get too far into it before we before we do that. It'll be the last break of the day. Yep, they are, James. Okay, who do we take, guys? I will let you guys choose. We do need to give Edie her points, so if we do take her, we need to remember to do that. I am not surprised. All right, we got James and who else? We're dealing with Cerberus, so we should probably take somebody that does overload. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Dealing with shields. Any other votes? Garrison James? We want to go Garrison James? I can do that. Absolutely. Boys' night out. Oh, who is this? This is me. I'm not changing any of my weapons. Let's see, Garrus. Oh no, this is James. Ugh, confusing. I wish they had the name at the top of the screen instead of there. Okay. Mr. G. Kind of makes it easy to pick the mods if you've only got 2 to choose from. Which yeah, we'll try that. We didn't. Not. Okay, we'll do theirs first. Arms. Shield. Damage. That. Him. By necessity, right? Shockwave Nova pull. We do use pull a lot, or at least we have to this point. 22 damage per second to lifted targets. 2 increases all damage to targets lifted by 25%. And we'll try that. I usually don't go for the area. Percussionist, high five. All right, let's do this. Probably as soon as we land, I'll grab a save, and then we'll take a break.
At least a dozen fighters on blockade duty. Too many for us in a straight-up fight. They must want this place bad.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Let's hear it.
SSV Normandy. This is
Kaylee,
Sanders, Director of Grissom Academy. We need immediate assistance. Cerberus is attacking the facility. They're after my students.
This is Commander Shepard. We're blocked on a direct approach.
I know. They've taken control
see
of our
that looks
docking base.
purple. It's not
Any
purple.
alternatives?
There's an auxiliary cargo port I could probably open.
It's supposed to be blue.
All right. We'll come in by shuttle and get your students out of there. Joker, can you give me a diversion?
Oh boy, can I?
Pew 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 pew.
Come and get me.
Come and get me, you sons of bitches.
Keep the shuttle in position. We'll be back.
I'll be back. See, there it looks blue. All right. Let's grab save, like I mentioned. It's almost 2 o'clock. Last break of the day. We've got 2 hours left, at least when I get back. So let's see. What do we want to do today or this time? Well, I only have 2 to choose from. I don't have the full set for the extra life screen. So I'll be back to Infectious and Sapphire. About 8.5 minutes, or actually 9 minutes. But I'll have to change the screen manually because the Stream Deck is not behaving today. So give me about 9 minutes. I'll be back. We'll continue. We'll go rescue Jack and the students. And we'll continue from there. Sit tight, please.